So I feel like we have to see a title change on Saturday. They have built this up into such a big show. First time broadcasting since '08. Jesse the Body Ventura is
I
coming
would say
back.
they're bringing back the
Yeah.
governor.
He also said it's going to be no ramp. He said they're coming through the crowd like back in the day. Like they are
Whew.
going old school graphics. Just crowning a women's U.S. champion does not count as a title change. Like we need to see a title change. And when you look at it,
Which, by the way, Chelsea Green or Ryan.
yes, 100%. Like that is her moment. Give her that moment. Give her that belt right now. So I said it about a month ago when we were talking about Cody. We were talking about WrestleMania. This is KO's moment. KO losing on Saturday completely cuts out his legs, completely ends all his credibility, completely ends his story. Give him the belt. I don't even care if he holds it for a month. Let him get that moment. Cody, it's been an okay run, but let him chase it back, win it back at the Rumble. I don't care. KO has to become the world champion on Saturday night.
Okay, so for that match, I do not have that as my most likely. It's the
Oh,
one I want to see the most. It's certainly the one I want to see the most. I just have a hard time imagining them actually taking the championship off of Cody.
really?
However, like I think it makes sense. Like I don't know. So trying to figure out what the WrestleMania picture looks like is difficult and yet it's easy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like you can kind of piece together some I think of what is going on. And I don't know where Cody fits in. Like, if
Right.
The Rock is not going to be at WrestleMania, like Cody has no business, and they've separated him from the bloodline, which is great, which is something that I have asked for. But if Rock isn't coming back, I don't know where Cody fits in, and I don't know. Like, there's these other intriguing matches that make more sense for a championship to be on the line, and I don't know where Cody fits in. So Cody losing to KO could be the start of wherever else you're going to go from Cody. Like we've talked about this before. If we're power ranking, I mean, ESPN does it every week with the NFL teams. If we're power ranking WWE wrestlers right now, I don't know if Cody's in the top 5.
I agree.
You know, in terms of compelling, interesting stories that you can tell, I don't know where Cody ranks. Now, this is the best thing by far that he has done outside of the bloodline stuff. Like This has been the best stuff. We've gotten a great promo out of Cody. But also, it's more intriguing if KO comes out of this as champion.
And
Like,
I'd also add, like, in terms of Cody Bloodline, the most intriguing since Cody Bloodline Part 1. Like, the second round stuff, like that promo with Roman in Atlanta was cool, but that wasn't that great in terms of storytelling. So, just
it
the
wasn't.
first part.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Just I guess the WrestleMania 39 and 40. Like, if we're combining that into one part, yes. Then yes. But like I don't know the direction for either of these guys if KO loses. Like I don't know, and I know, which by the way, KO's promo with Michael Cole in the car was
so good.
So good. So good.
And then the rolling up of the window.
Yeah.
Like...
Hey, Michael. Rolls up the window. It's fantastic. It's great. But, you know, he lists off Jay and Sam, you know, because Michael did a great, like, I feel under Vince that question's not asked.
Right.
Now to kind of tie it all together, like, hey, you're kind of guys with these. They all went back, you know, to Roman. Shouldn't you have a problem with these guys? And he clearly does. But I think him going after those guys makes more sense as undisputed WWE champion than a guy who just went after the top guy, lost, and now you're going after. It just doesn't make a ton of sense. Now, again, I don't know where that leaves Cody without a championship. But maybe it allows you to reset Cody because he's far more compelling as somebody who is chasing instead of the guy on the top. So while I would love to see this, I think the more likely scenario is Liv losing to Io Sky.
Okay. Well, real quick on the KO thing, I feel like the path, if he doesn't win, if Orton cost him, then you start that path, because we keep talking about Mania and the path to Mania, but all the reports we keep seeing is that January 6th on Netflix is essentially Mania Part 1. So there's going to be a lot of stuff that night that maybe we anticipated in April, a la Seth Rollins and CM Punk, which we'll get into, that maybe we see in January instead. So I think that throws a curveball into it.